All right, guys, my name is Jamie Holbert. I am Sapphire Ambassador. I am Melissa's level 2 underneath Kim Tharp, and I am going to be talking about how to get to gold. And this is the foundation of your business. This is where we lay the groundwork. We put in all of that tough work to get to gold because we say that if you can get to gold, you can get to diamond. And here's the reason why. Not only has every diamond ambassador in this company had to get to this rank, but if you look at the compensation plan, every rank pretty much just doubles in points. But the gap between silver and gold, you're growing from 3 team members to about 20 team members. And it's very easy to get lost in that in between silver and gold rank. But I'm here to tell you, not only can you do it, but it is feasible. It is going to be the time where you really find out who your team members are, who your runners are. And what we say by runners are, those are the people that work the business, who want to work it. It takes a lot of grit to get there, but you guys can do it. So if you're on here and maybe you're a new silver, maybe you joined last month and you got 3 people and you're like, what the heck does it mean to go gold? Or maybe you've been on this team for a while and you've been really building your team and wanting to just kick it into gear and get to that next marker. So we are going to talk about how to get there. Here are some practical things. What does this mean to go gold? Well, to go gold, what it is you have about 20 or more level 1 through 5 ambassadors. So you could personally sponsor 20 people, or you could sponsor 3 people, and then they could sponsor 3 people, and so on. But you have to have about 20 people. The difference between silver and gold is silver, you have just your 3 people who purchase welcome packs. With gold, you have to have what are called points, 100 pay points. You get these points when somebody goes 100 PV over their welcome pack, or they the next month purchase their 100 PV in product. You get 5 points for a level 1, a level 2, or a level 3 ambassador. You get 4 points for a level 4, and you get 3 points for a level 5. All of these points have to add up to 100 pay points by the end of the month. And if that happens, you go gold. Now, one thing I do want to mention is that you have to have 3 personally sponsored ambassadors. So you can't sign one person who, signs 20 people. You have to have 3 level 1s, and you also have to have 15 points outside your primary leg. So that means if you have somebody that is just sponsoring like crazy, that is awesome, but you also have to continue to grow your team. So a saying we always say is build wide, then deep. That means you keep sponsoring. You don't stop sponsoring. Don't sign 3 people and then stop and say, okay, now you all go silver and keep doing that. That's great. That is duplication, but you yourself need to keep going silver as well. So we like to say build wide. You keep sponsoring and then teach and train them to build wide and keep sponsoring, because that's going to make you climb up this ladder really fast. When you go gold, you get a $250 cash rank bonus. Now this month, remember, it's special because it's August. If you go gold for the very first time this month, that bonus is going to be doubled, and you're going to get $500, which is huge. Okay, now the profit sharing is 100 points. What that means is at the end of the month, in addition to your rank advancement bonus, you also get pay points. So pay points are usually about $3 a point. So if you hit with exactly 100 points, you don't go over, that's about $300 just in pay points. So you can see where when you rank gold, you're starting to really make a good income. Your annual income as a gold ambassador is on average about $12,000 a year. That's huge, you guys. That is amazing. This is so doable for you guys. And that's about $1,000 a month. I don't know about you, but $1,000 a month is life-changing. Life-changing. So now that we know what gold looks like, how in the world do we bridge the gap between silver and gold? Well, here are some practical ways you can do that. I know we've been talking a lot about business launches. These are amazing. They are easy. They are something you can just copy and paste and keep duplicating. They're very duplicatable. As you sign people, do a business launch for them. Something that you can do is when you sign, let's say, Sally up, within 24 to 48 hours, meet with her either on Facebook or on person or on text or on the phone, however, get together and say, let's schedule your business launch. I want to see you go silver. That's what we call the power of three. You're getting a bunch of people that you're going to reach, and it's going to really put it in full momentum. So you can launch these business launches. They don't take a lot of time. They're pretty copy paste. They're really easy, and it's something that your new ambassador can then duplicate with their growing team. Okay. Another way to really grow your business and have full momentum is what we call three-way chats. This is where if I sign Sally, I'm going to put her in a chat with myself and my upline so that we can kind of support her and get that third-party validation, because she's a brand new ambassador. She's excited. And you know, sometimes I don't have all the answers. And so I have my upline there to help support me and to help support her. And that is going to help build momentum and get that new person excited. I like to do the three-way chats along with the business launches. And you can even get a three-way chat going with your upline and some of their potentials. So it doesn't have to just be 3 people, but they're a great way to build that belief in your new ambassador and that third-party validation. Another thing that you need to be doing if you're wanting to go gold is what we call daily IPA. IPA stands for daily income producing activity. Now, when I say income producing, I don't mean scrolling Facebook and liking a ton of posts. That's all fun. I don't mean commenting on posts, even posting in your team page. Those are great things to be doing, but they don't produce income. Something else that a lot of people think is IPA is watching YouTube trainings. Those are great things to be doing, but by income producing, I'm talking about like your power hour. There's one that we're hosting tomorrow night just for silver ambassadors who want to go gold. That is an income producing activity. You are reaching out, you are contacting people, you are growing your personal business. Something like scheduling meetings with people, getting business launches scheduled or doing them. Those are all daily IPA things you could be doing. Reaching out to your downline and checking in with them to see how they're doing, reaching their goals. And then, of course, personal sponsoring. You never want to stop sponsoring. I've been doing this business for almost 4 years. It'll be 4 years in October. And I can tell you, you don't ever want to stop personally sponsoring. You always want to continue to sign people, even after you find that rock star person who is going to keep sponsoring and duplicate. You want to continue sponsoring yourself and duplicating. So, some of you have been on a power hour. Some of you may not have heard of that before. And basically what this is doing a little bit every day is better than doing a lot someday. Oftentimes when we rank gold and above, we wait till the very last 3-4 days of the month to hustle it, to hurry up and, oh my gosh, I'm close, I better hurry up and work my business. And that can be stressful, trust me. I have been there where It's coming down to the wire. If we do every day something, like for example, today I sat down when the baby took a nap, because I have a 7-week-old and I have 5 other kids. They were all busy doing something. So during my hour for working my business, I pulled up my back office and I looked at every one of my ambassadors in my 1 through 3s who should have had a convenience order go out the first or today, and it didn't go out. And I messaged those people and I got into contact with them and asked them, hey, I noticed that your order didn't ship out. What can I do to help you get your products? Because we don't want them to be inconsistent. So that's something you can do. You can reach out to new people, continue to grow your team. There is a power hour tomorrow at 8:30 Central. I highly recommend you're on there, because working your business with other people is motivating. And then, of course, keep to your plan. If your goal is to go gold this month, sit down and look at where did you end with your points last month? How many new people did you add last month? How many points will you potentially have with those new people? And keep to your plan. Encourage your team. If you need to grow your team, focus on growing your team in the first half of the month so that you can get those new people commission qualified, going over their welcome pack the second half of the month and getting those points. Because remember, if you sponsor a new ambassador this month, they don't count for points unless they go over their welcome pack 100 PV. So I like to tell people, let's sponsor somebody, and then let's help them get their first customer so that they will also get their business going. So during your power hour, we've talked a little bit about that you want to have leads before leaders. That means that you are working your business. You're not working your team's business or your team's page at this time. Your power hour is an intense time for you to focus on you and your business. It's messaging potentials, and like I said, using voice messenger. I run most of my business on my phone. I love that you can use voice messenger. People can hear my voice. They can hear the excitement versus trying to read something. Because if I type it in all caps, they could think, oh, wow, she's really excited. Or they could think, man, she's yelling at me. And I don't want them to think I'm yelling at them. I want them to hear the excitement, to hear that I'm excited for them. I want my friends to have their lives changed. You can have 3-way chats, Facebook launch parties. Remember, this is the power of 3, which we're going to talk about here in a minute. And so I want to challenge you every day this month, reach out to at least 2 new people, not people you already have on your list, 2 new people a day. Reach out to your friends on Facebook that you see posting over and over and over again about struggling financially. People that I see post about, oh man, I have allergies again, or pray for my daughter, she's sick again with a cold. I reach out to them and I say, I am so sorry that your daughter is sick again. What if I have something that could help you? Approach it that way. Be bold, be confident. And then Facebook and Instagram, your team is going to follow your lead. So if you are not investing in your business, guess what? They're not going to invest in theirs either. If it doesn't catch your attention, what you post, if you're just posting a graphic and it doesn't really excite you, like take a look at your wall. Click on your Facebook, on your personal wall, and look at things you've posted. Is it interesting, or is it just sort of there? If it doesn't catch your attention, guess what? It's probably not going to catch your audiences either. And I love copying from people, but keep in mind some of your friends have more than just you as a Plexus friend. So like my sister would say, I can tell when you guys like a post because she has like 15 friends that do Plexus, and she sees the same post over and over that day because we've all copied and pasted it. So sometimes if I see a really great post, I will take a picture of it on my phone, I'll screenshot it, and I'll post it a few days later. because I don't want my post to get drowned out either. I want my friends and family to see the genuineness. Graphics are great, they're cool, but sometimes they're not as effective. You know, sometimes you can see a graphic and you just keep scrolling. So a graphic is okay, but a real life story, people want to connect with you. A picture of your kids, a picture of what you're doing if you're on vacation. Those things are going to reach your potentials and your audience. And of course, you need to be posting every day. If you're wanting to go gold, then you are serious about this business. You're not just going to post for a week and then not post. You're going to want to post every day, because that lets your audience know that this just isn't going to go away. This is something that they need to consider. People are watching you, even if they don't comment or they don't like any of your posts. I had a new customer order from me last week. We've been friends on Facebook for years. She has watched my journey, you guys, for the past 3.5 years. She's watched me on Facebook. She knows that I sell Plexus, but you know what? She has never commented. She has never liked a single post, but last weekend she messaged me and was like, all right, I've seen you posting all the time about this. It must be legit. What's your website so I can order? So even though somebody may not comment or may not like, they're stalking you. They are watching and reading your posts. So make sure you are being consistent. Is if you don't post, they're going to think, oh, well, I guess that Plexus wasn't as good as she said it was because she's not sharing about it anymore. You know, so make sure that you post something every day. Lead your team. You guys have a team. You have 3 people at least on your team. Some of you may be really, really close to gold. Some of you may have over 20 people on your team, but they're just not all active right now. You all have a team. You all are leaders. You need to speak that over yourself. You guys are leaders. You are not followers anymore. You are leaders to your team. Whether you have 3 people or you have 100 million people, it doesn't matter. You are leaders to them, and they are watching you. So it's important to connect with them and relate to them. I have some people on my team that are words of encouragement people. They are motivated by me cheering them on. I have people on my team that are natural leaders. They are just gonna, what do I need to do? Tell me the facts. Let me have it. That's what I'm gonna do. Check off the boxes. I have other people on my team that are like, need me to remind them, you know, hey, this is what I need you to do this week. I need you to do X, Y, and Z. Okay, know what your team is doing, and they can help do that to you. Leading a Zoom. Now, I know sometimes Zoom can be scary because there's a lot of people watching, and sometimes it can be just like, what do I say? But guess what? You'll survive, and you can teach others. You don't have to lead a Zoom like this to 100 people. Start with your team. Start with 1 person on your team. Get used to doing that. Your team wants to see you as their leader. Attend local meetings or online events. If somebody has a power hour and you're telling your team to be on it and you're not on it, they're going to be on it, but then they're going to see, oh, so-and-so's not on there. Why am I on here? You know, you've got to lead by example. And then team contests. We're going to talk about team contests in a little bit about what's appropriate for a team contest. Okay? So, here's the thing. Contests are great. I'm a huge gifts person. I love winning stuff. I love giving stuff. But if you set the stage now for like these huge prizes, then that means your team is not only going to expect bigger prizes as you grow, but the people that you are doing these contests for are going to think, man, I don't have the resources to give away $500, or I don't have the resources to give away $100. Make it duplicatable. When I first started and I was going gold, senior gold, I did small contests like, hey, whoever sponsors somebody with a welcome pack, you're going to be entered for 25 bucks. That was what I had. Hey, who doesn't love winning money? Who doesn't love winning products? You don't have to have some huge giveaway. People work harder for praises than they do raises. So even just maybe having like, hey, whoever sponsors, you're going to have a one-on-one training session with me or with a Jewel. You can also do that. Challenge your team for income producing activities. One of our contests one month was we did a bingo, and to get bingo you had different boxes of IPA. Reaching out to people, I followed up with 5 people who sponsored a customer. These are fun ways to get your team involved. Becoming commission qualified by the 15th, because again, you don't want to stress out at the end of the month. Let's get those orders in before. Maybe you can challenge your team to post their why. It could be a video, it could be a live. You could do the 7 days of how to post on Facebook. There are so many different contests. If you search any team page with the word contest, you'll see a whole slew of things we've done the past couple years. Not every challenge deserves a prize. This is something I personally struggle with because I love giving prizes. Kim, my upline, Kim Tharp, and I, we do a silver star in our group. If you sponsor 3 people in a month, we make a special graphic. We post it on your Facebook wall so your friends can see, and we just really kind of make you feel special. We've given prizes for it in the past. We've also done it where we don't give a prize. We just want to recognize you. So recognition can be a prize. If somebody it wants that can be a prize in itself. So things to think about as you're going gold. You don't ever want to spend more than your bonus. Okay, don't give it away. So here's the key here, duplication. We talked about this power of 3. Now you can find this video on YouTube. This is Sheila Medina. She's the first diamond, and she talks about what's called the power of 3. So keep in mind that this is, just small scale, just with 3 people, but you can see the exponential power. I'm a math teacher, and I love this graphic because it shows you the power of just 3 people duplicating what you're doing and the impact it can have on your business. Let's say that you have just 3 people. You're silver, and that's it. You don't have any more than that. You teach and train each one of your level 1s to go silver. So this month, let's say each one of your level 1s goes silver. They sign 3 people. You can see that just that alone is going to add up to major momentum. If that continues going, you can see if you just do it 5 levels deep, you add up those points, you are knocking on Emerald's doorstep. Emerald, you guys, that is like Maui trip, Lexus, pay points, maximum awesomeness. So you can see just with 3 people, can you imagine as you're building wide, what if you had 4? What if you had 5 people do that? So that's why we say the power of 3, because there is so much potential here with this duplication. Your focus should be on who you can get to silver below you. That's why we always say, like, let's go for silver, sponsor 3 people, because this is going to build the massive momentum. This is going to get you not only to gold, but to senior gold, to ruby, and beyond that. And this is what's going to really help you. So I encourage you to look up Sheila Medina's Power of 3 and watch that video on duplication. So here are some differences. I know you all are in here because you want to go gold and work the business. So what is the difference between a jewel and a non-jewel? And I put this in here because even though you're not going for emerald, you're going to be emerald someday. I believe in all of you that if you can get to gold, you can get to diamond. There is the belief in the company and the products itself. I have no doubt that these products work. If you take them consistently, they work. When my customers tell me, oh, I tried the triplex, it didn't work, the first thing I ask them is, did you take it every day? Or do you still have a month's supply on your counter? If they say, oh, well, I took it for a week and then I didn't, well, it's not working because you are not taking it correctly. You have to have confidence, belief in the company and the products and yourself. You can do this. You can be gold. You can be senior gold. Consistency. Are you working your business every day, or are you sort of working it here, sort of working it there? Are you sacrificing your weekly Netflix binge, or are you, watching it in the background? When I work my business, I do not turn on the TV because I know myself. I will slowly turn and watch the TV and not work my business. In fact, I put my phone in the other room because if it goes off, even though I mute stuff, I will check it. I'll be like, who's trying to text me? Who's messaging me? It's the distraction. Don't let it distract you. Those feed into excuses. You guys, I'm going to be real with you. Okay, I teach math. I have 6 kids, 10 and under. If I can do this, you can do this. Okay? Make those sacrifices. I don't work it every day 24/7. I work it consistently though. What is your drive? How much do you want this? Do you sort of want to be gold? Are you going to try to be gold? Or do you have your blinders on? Is it in your calendar? I am going gold this month. You can do it. Okay, what about your attitude? If you miss it, are you going to, throw a tantrum, throw your, this Plexus stuff is not working? No, it is working. It's up to you to do it. Your network and your influence are only going to power you forward. If you are the type of person that is just going to scroll Facebook, you're not going to get to your goals. Okay, so now that we went all over the nitty-gritty, I am going to see what these comments are, see if we missed any. It says the welcome pack. How long after people sign do they have to get a welcome pack? You have 30 days. If you did not get a welcome pack, so if somebody signed last month, they can call in and get a welcome pack. Sometimes they're also on the website. You have to have 100 PV. So remember, if you sign somebody tomorrow, don't count them as your 5 points. They have to get 100 PV over that for them to count. Okay?